All right, gang, coach is really feeling like trash, but we got to gut one out before the tournament really gets cooking because coach thinks he sniffed out the winner, right? So the Razorbacks are coach's favorite team of this tournament, but I'm not picking them as the favorite. That'll officially be coach's dark horse pick, and he really, really wants them to win, but he wants to present to you the team that he believes is most likely to win the 2026 March Madness tournament. We're going to start by looking at the Oscars here. So this is Conan O'Brien dressed up. They did a little clone thing with Michael B. Jordan. Saw Chase Infinity, and I was like, there's no way we're ignoring this. You got some clown named Chase Infinity. First of all, if you've ever uttered the phrase I love Chase Infinity, I can't wait for Chase Infinity's next film, or if you've ever expressed even passing interest in Chase Infinity, coach fucking hates you. He thinks you're fucking idiotic. You're a moron. You're a brain dead cretin. What the fuck is wrong with this fucking world where people are following clowns named Chase Infinity? It sounds like a shitty fucking car or a fucking cable provider. The fuck? Chase Infinity. Okay, what's she named after? Toy Story and Batman. Because that's real. Fucking dumb shit. Makes me so fucking mad, and I can't even explain why, but if you're not mad that they tell you some clown named Chase Infinity is God's gift to fucking acting, and you need to know who this fucking asshole is, then coach hates you, right? So that's where we're drawing the line. So over the left, Chase Infinity fans, everyone else come with coach. All right, so named after Toy Story, right, which was already 5 years old when she was born, so I guess she's named after Toy Story 2, which sucked. Check out the fucking symbolism on that one. Whoa. Boy, not playing around at all. Speaking of which, coach, why not? Coach's going to throw Cat under the bus. I don't give a shit. I wasn't going to name the name or whatever, but Trevor, speaking directly to you, so Cat came in. We were super nice to them, right? Overly so, I would say, right? Have we ever done anything bad? Started getting little weird vibes, right? Did you see on Trevor's wall? He's got this Becky Lynch thing, and he's talking about their necks, and I don't want you to think that maybe I'm like that, right? And it's what are you talking about? You're gonna act like we're not in Baffo land, right? So coach doesn't like that the target audience for the entire channel is maybe 4 people in the entire fucking universe. But we're not going to deny reality to cater to someone's feelings, right? I don't have to agree with Trevor's take on why Becky Lynch's neck's weird. You're going to act like it's not weird? You know what I'm saying? Everyone can have their own conclusion, but you better think something's fucking going on, right? Because these people look like freaks. Okay, so the logical conclusion to me and to a lot of other people was seemingly okay. So they're the opposite gender. Coach thinks that's smokescreen, and they're just a different species that eats us, right? And it's covering up their carnivorous teeth and fangs and shit, right? Just caked under all that silicone or whatever the fuck they use, right? So coach doesn't even necessarily know about the trans thing, right? Apart from it certainly seems to be a part of their weird religious thing. So then it's it circles. Well, I think it's both. I think they are a weird fucking alien species controlling us, and they're inverted, right? And they probably inverted all of us. Coach takes it even further. You think coach, or you think fucking Trevor's out there? I promise you coach will take it a million times further, right? So that was the other one. Then coach got a bunch of shit about I just can't believe I'm this mad at you, but you said Alexis on Fire is emo. Bitch, they're fucking touring with Simple Plan right now. Their emo is fuck. It's literally in their Wikipedia on the fucking genre. Coach isn't going to spend any more time. But this fucker was here for a whole year, deleted over 100 comments off coach's shit, which guess what? Yeah, coach responded to those. So you're just going to delete all my shit too? That's bullshit. I don't care what kind of fucking excuse or whatever, not welcome back, right? So coach is officially burning that bridge, not giving a fuck. So if you like drama, here's your little bit. As far as possibly turning someone else away who like is like, well, you know, that was someone who trusts you. You're just gonna like throw them on the bus. Well, it's like, are you gonna just burn Coach and delete 100 comments and start freaking out on his best fucking viewer slash friend on the fucking channel or whatever the fuck you want to say? The only person that's fucking helped me win anything, basically. The fuck out of here, right? So Coach is big pissed, but like, it's whatever. I mean, it's just a girl, right? You've never had fucking some dumb shit come up because of a fucking girl. We all have, right? So Coach is just going to burn women entirely in this video. No, I'm just kidding, of course. Coach thinks women are great as long as, like, just don't interact with them. Like, just let them be great with other women and just don't give them the time of day because that's all they want is your attention, and they always find a way to make you regret it, I promise. Right? So just avoid them entirely. We'll make lots of money. She can go be fucking poor in Canada or whatever, right? So Coach is done spraying flames, but he is very mad about that because it's like just completely ghosted too, right? Like no explanation or whatever. Like I said, a little bit of weirdness about like, oh, some Becky Lynch, oh, emo or whatever. That's enough to torch a fucking year's worth of like interactions and, you know, like, oh, wow, you're the best. I would have never thought of this or that or whatever. You're just going to throw all that away? Go fuck yourself. Right, so Coach keeps it a buck, even if it's with one of you fucking fuckheads, right? And the fact that Trevor's been here like twice as long and I've never had a bad word to say about him, I think leans to it not being a Coach thing. Just saying. Now, we also did have Danny just completely ditch, but he didn't like delete all his shit and be a fucking weirdo and like on his way out be like, oh, you know, Trevor's fucking videos, you know what I mean, right? So like, Dan, still welcome back. Cat, get the fuck out. Right, so anyway, moving on. Here's the Arizona Wildcats. Now, they are known as Point Guard U. Okay, this is the team Coach thinks is going to win. Right, so Khaled Reeves. We know Coach loves Reeves. You got Damon Stoudemire, Mighty Mouse, obviously helps the small guard thing. Steve Kerr, he coaches the Warriors. That was Philly. We've got the Sixers winning. Gilbert Arenas, I know he keeps coming up for some reason. I can't think of why that's good for us right now. Let's see. Basically, Coach is going to keep it like real short and sweet, right? So this team won one time in 1997. Not only is 97 a flip of 76, you flip the 9, right? Then you flip the 7 and the 9. But 97 was 29 years ago, which is a 26 flip as well. So I think this team's got the best number, honestly, of all of them I've seen. Like, fuck that Kansas flip or whatever. I think 97's the shit in 2026. And it's like one that it would really be tough to think of, in a way, right? You know, if like you started with 6'7", it's going to take you a while to get to 97, right? Is that fair? Now, as far as, so they got the numbers. What made me think of them? Well, you know, I basically torched all the teams in the top 12 in week 6, right? But still in the back of my mind, I was like, well, I want to take one of them just in case that streak stays, right? You know, as a backup. But I couldn't shake Andre Iguodala. I'm like, the other AI, Andre, we've got so many Andres. Like, Coach feels like there's no way there's not something weird going on with Andre, right? So when I see Andre, you know, my ears perk up. So, you know, I'm thinking of Andre Iguodala. Arizona had a kid in the slam dunk competition who had a perfect 50 and lost. That reminded me a lot of Iguodala, right? When he, like, hit his head off the backboard or whatever and threw down that crazy dunk and lost. And they also had DeAndre Ayton, who is a Laker. I think he was also with the Warriors. You know, it's another Andre, right, of course. Sorry, Coach is cold is why it's like he's not like pissed off about what he's talking about. He's just fucking freezing. But also like 1904, that's a really weird like 64 flip when you think of it, right? So you move the 0 over, flip the 9 upside down, or you know what I mean. Just we drop ones and zeros, right? So you're left with the 9 and a 4, flip the 9 upside down at 64, right? 64, 62 years ago. You know, that also seems good. All-time record, 992 in the loss column. That's a 26 flip. Chase Budinger. We just talked about Chase Infinity. What do you know? Chase's Bud, right? Like Bud Crawford. Coach is really cold. Please give him a break. Let's see. Aaron Gordon. You know Coach loves Gordon. TJ McConnell is the shit. Let's see. Matherin, that's like Mathers. There's Carter Bryant, who's in the slam dunk competition. Quentin Crawford, we already talked about Bud, now it's like Jamal Crawford, right? Also Quentin Grimes is a Sixer. And let's see. Luke Walton. Oh man, I had a really crazy Walton connection. I must have like either completely lost or it was in the lost video. That will be reshot eventually. Coach still has all those slides. We're going to get it. But it's a lot of work to make up for 3 hours. Let's see. Leon, Leo, Lee. They got a Warner and a Warren. They've got a Norman. We like that. Got an Anderson. They've got a Taylor. They've got a Ron. I mean, these are all good. And obviously, we already know about Steve Curtis. Judd to go with Bud. They also got an Anthony. Coach just floated that Iverson should come back today at work to like feel him out, and he did it like in the softest way possible. I was like, with considering we're in a league where Mac McClung can score 53 points. Everyone's, what? Mac McClung scored 53 points? Like, they had no idea. They were like, that's insane. He started like, what's your other point? I was like, I think Iverson could come back and win a game. They're like, win a game? Could win 4 games. Come on. Right? So they were all about it. And then, completely unprompted, they continued to follow the logic all the way through to, why doesn't Melo come back? He was great with the Lakers. They just kind of ran him out for no reason. He's been staying in great shape. Like, I was like, fuck yes, I'm in the right spot. Right? So coach is working a shitty job, but he's at least with people that know some fucking ball. And they're basketball heads too, and like football. So that'll be fun. Let's see, what else do we got here? Salim Stoudemire, so they had another Stoudemire to go with Damon. I wonder if there's probably a relation, I'm sure. Or they at least go out of their way to tell you there's not. Grant Jarrett. Let's see. Ron Day, Hollis Jefferson. Dalen Terry, so another Terry, and it's a Dale, right? Like the Calvin Dale Sampson. And then, of course, Carter Bryant. So, coach says, definitely, let's put some money on the Wildcats. I don't give a fuck. I'm going Arizona and the Razorbacks. The rest, just let them have it. That's honestly how I feel. I still want the Razorbacks to win the most. But here was always the problem with the Razorbacks. Coach was totally cool with them losing if Acuff plays out of his mind and wins player of the tournament. It's all about that kid. So it's tough to love the whole team. Right? Even though I showed you reasons to like the team. But they can make coach very happy and lose, and that's a really tough team to trust. Arizona can't do shit to make coach happy but win the whole thing. So there's the standards. Coach is fanboying Arkansas. He wants to see some really spectacular play out of our boy, and he'd be really happy if they win it. But logic and conspiracy, etc., all indicates we're going point guard U. And coach is thinking, let's see, maybe break my rule a little bit here. Sixers versus Clippers, because they won't let you do Sixers over Clippers for some reason, because it's just paying way too much. It's literally 10,001. But Sixers versus Clippers on a 2-leg with Arizona winning the whole thing. $5 for $112,000. I don't hate that. I'll probably throw that down.